ally won't argue with you anymore. Open the door.
Hey guys, what's going on? So today I decided to make a PvP guide for the Resto Druid. Um, this is everything you need to know about gearing up and getting a Resto Druid ready for arenas and PvP. So we're going to be talking about the dungeons and raids, if you should do them or not, whether you should, what's in them for you. We're talking about quests and gear. So the quests you should do to gear up faster, and the gear you should have a priority. So you should put certain gear over certain other priorities. We're going to be talking about the arenas, arena best in slots, the talents. We're going to be looking at one of the top players in 3v3, Resto Druid. We're going to check him out. And we're going to talk about legendaries. The legendaries, what powers you should most be focused on, what Resto Druids are mostly using in terms of legendaries, and the different ties and the best powers for your legendary weapon. Your covenants. Covenants are a big thing in this expansion, guys, as they give you extra abilities that will highly benefit you in PvP arenas or even battlegrounds, whether it's honor or conquest. So covenants are a thing you will want to progress if you want to increase your PvP gear's item level. Simming and stats and the synergy. So the last topic will be simming your character, the stats you will want to build on your character, and the arena synergies, the comps, the best comps for you to use, or you should consider using or try out at least. These were suggestions, so you might want to try these comps out. So before further ado, I'm going to try making this guide really short, and everything will be compact into one. So let's get started. All right, guys, dungeons and raids. Now, in dungeons and raids, there's not much to do. You want to level, if you're not leveled yet, you want to level using BGs because it will give you honor and experience. So from 50 to 60, by the time you hit 60, you'll have a ton of honor, ready to spend it, all on PvP gear, and you'll be ready for either BGs or arenas. One mistake I did with my Resto Druid was I used dungeons to level, and that wasn't too good simply because of the fact that once I hit 60, I was grinding BGs anyways and trying to get all the BG gear. Now, if you have extra time, doing a mythic or two won't help. Mythic pluses, I don't advise as it will take too long to accumulate the gear, and you're probably just better off just doing arenas or battlegrounds anyways. It will take you further in the long run. Um, there is one mythic and one dungeon that you will be interested in for your legendary power. So that's the Dark Titans lesson, and this will allow you to have two life blooms. You may have life bloom. So what it does is you may life bloom two targets at once, but their healing is reduced by 10%. Well, why is this good? Well, it makes it harder to dispel. I mean, all the hots you have on a target, this plus all the other ones, plus the two rejuves. If you do that too, you could put two rejuvenations on the target. The target will have unlimited hots, which will make it very hard to dispel or spell steal from mages or whoever else can dispel your items. Mythics, like I said, if you have time for mythics, do them. If you don't have time for mythics, don't worry about it. Just focus only on Halls of Atonement as your dungeon because it will give you legendaries. Besides that, dungeons and raids, guys, I wouldn't focus too much on. You could, I guess, with mythics, you could level up your Animon, your covenants, but that's a topic for later on in the video. So for now, focus on BGs, focus on arenas, focus on leveling, get your honor, and do your world quests. That's coming up next. All right, guys, quests and gear now. For quests and gear, all you need to worry about really is world bosses while you're gearing up. After a while, world bosses is not really an issue until you get your legendary power. So there's a world boss that drops one of, if not your best in slot legendary power for whatever piece of gear is your legendary. Uh, or it only takes these two. So the item itself is Verdant Infusion. Now, the Verdant Infusion drops from Oranomones. God, I really can't say that name. Oranomones, the Ever Branching. This guy's the only world boss that drops this item. Before then, you could farm the Halls of Atonement for the other legendary, but this is what most or what the best PvPers are using, it seems like. This one, the Verdant Infusion. Besides that, do your arenas once a day, do your BGs once a day so you get the conquest. Um, Make sure you check the vault, get your honor per week so you could get your item from the vault, the vault, BGs, arenas, and you do anima in between. So as you're waiting in queue for BGs, or arenas. Arenas are usually quick, but as you're waiting in queue for BGs, do your anima quests, your covenant quests. Level your covenant up. All right, guys, I did some math too, and here's what the cost of PvP gear is. So for the average or for the starting PvP items, to fully equip yourself in full two hands, trinkets, whatever you need, it's going to cost you about 6,700 honor. So by the time you hit 80, or sorry, by the time you hit 60, you should have more than enough honor to buy all of your items, your 156 or whatever they are, and you'll have some left over to upgrade them. Another thing, guys, the two PvP trinkets used in conjunction are the best trinkets in the game. They give you a 50% boost to the versatility you have. So, or the versatility when you use an item, or it's 50% of your versatility, and it is an amazing boost. Make sure you have both PvP trinkets. That is the one of the most important things. Anyways, your two-hand weapons are going to cost 1750 honor. For the conquest ones, it's about the same, give or take an extra 50 honor. For trinkets, wrists, cloaks, rings, and necks, you're going to be paying 525 honor. For one-hand weapons, 1350 honor. For offhands, 425 honor. For melee one-hands, shields, chests, or helms, that's 875 honor. For the conquest version, you give or take about 50 conquest, and it's about the same. Now, to get fully geared, like I said, in the aspirant, the blues, the starting PvP gear, you're gonna need about 7,000. Now, once you're in conquest, and to upgrade all that or to upgrade all, not conquest, sorry, to upgrade all aspirant, so which is your entry level PvP gear, to upgrade all of that, you're gonna need to, I believe the item level goes to 190. To get it to 190, you're going to need about 54,000, give or take an extra 100 or two. So about 54,000 honor you will get after you will get about 190 eye level gear, and you'll be pretty much ready for conquest. At that point, remember, guys, don't upgrade all your gear. Leave some for the conquest, because once you get the conquest gear, you're going to use honor to upgrade the conquest gear. So you don't use conquest gear to upgrade conquest gear. Use honor to upgrade the conquest gear. Keep that in mind, guys. Full 150, you're looking at 6,700 to 7,000 honor. To upgrade that to 190, you're looking at 54,000 honor, guys. All right, checking out PvP talents and best in slot. We're gonna look at my buddy No Guard over here. He is one of, I guess, the best 3v3 druids, and I found him near the top. Anyways, we could see he's in almost all full sinful already. 226, and this is where I got my stats from. So as you could see, he's put 21% into versatility, 8% into mastery, 18% into haste, and 5% into crit. That seems to be what he's going for, and that seems to be working for him. In terms of talents, he's got Cenarian Ward, Wild Charge, he's got Feral Affinity, he's got Mighty Bash for that stun, Soul of the Forest, and Overgrowth to apply all the hots at once, and Germination, where he could apply 2 rejuves on one target. Now, for his player versus player talents, he's using Thorns, Deep Roots, and Focused Growth. And as we could see down here, he is Elite 2800 in 3v3s. Doesn't seem to play anything else. Now, I did a sim on, let me open it for you, on the best in slot. So I use Ask Mr. Robot. If you guys want, check it out. It's really easy to get and it's cheap. Anyways, comparing LFR gear with Dungeons gear, including Mythics, not Mythic Plus, just Mythics. Mythic Plus it'll take a while. Anyways, PvP level, let's put it at 197, which is the highest in the aspirant gear or the gear you buy with honor. So if you look at best in slot here, you will see that most of it is pointing to sinful, to the gladiator gear. So that leads me to believe that PvP first tier gear is better than any mythic gear. Now, add normal Castle Nathria in there, or Nathria. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So, and you got a mix. You got a mix, but there's still sinful in here. The 2 trinkets you don't have to worry about because you have to use the PvP trinkets for the versatility buff. Besides that, even if we do all of Castle Nytheria and we change it to, or sorry, Gladiator, and let's increase it to even 220, and you'll see that the Gladiator gear is still really good in comparison. So in terms of that, PvP is the way to go in terms of gear. I wouldn't bother too much with PvE. Okay, so on the topic of now legendaries and covenants and conduits. Okay, so legendaries, we know there's 2 that really work out for us, and that's the Verdant Infusion, which is off the world boss, and that is using your shoulders as hands, and there's the Dark Titans that drops off the Halls of Atonement. That's the one you could farm if you'd like. For the Covenants, you're going to want to go for the Necrolord because of that Adaptive Swarm, and that adaptive swarm, it basically commands a swarm that heals or deals shadow damage over 12 seconds to a target and increases the effectiveness of your periodic effects. So hots, dots, whatever. And upon expiration, it jumps onto up to 3 targets, whether it's friend or foe. So it goes on for quite a while. Another thing with covenants is to unlock the PvP gear. So to unlock PvP gear, you need to continue your renown within your covenants. So at 0, you get 2 to 3 levels of PvP gear you could upgrade. At level 7 renown, you get 4 to 5. And at 22, you get 6 to 7. So at renown 22, you unlock all the PvP gear eye level upgrades. And so now let's get into the conduits. The conduits you're mostly going to use are the potency. So for potency, you're going to want to use Floral Recycling, Evolve Swarm, and Ready for Anything. Those are the 3 potency ones you are going to want. For endurance, Well-honed instincts are one, and innate resolve are the other ones you're going to want to think about. For finesse, it's tireless pursuits and born of the wilds. Now, here is an ideal, uh, I guess, talent tree, the way it's supposed to be built, or that's the way Icy Veins has told us to build them for PvP. So you come over here, there's in total, I think, 2 finesse, 2 tanks, and that seems like they've gotten with the finesse. So they went with floral recycling, well-honed instincts, ready for anything, and innate resolve at the end of the day. And they are using Plague Deviser Marileth. So that is the legendaries and the covenants. Make sure to upgrade to at least level 22 to get all your upgrades for PvPs, guys. So what are some arena teams you could try? Well, according to Icy Veins, there's a few you could try. Apparently, a Frost Mage works very well with the Resto Druid, simply because of our CCs, I guess, Cyclone and Polymorph. As you could see in the tier list, Resto Druids are not currently in the best state. However, I'm sure they will get better as their gear gets better as well. 2v2 arenas, you could try Resto Druid Rogue, you could try Windwalker Monk, you could try an Arms Warrior, and obviously the Frost Mage and the Fire Mage would be a good option or good choice. In 3v3s, you could try Resto Druid, Fire Mage, and Destruction Warlock, a Resto Druid, a Frost Mage, and a Sub Rogue, Elemental Shaman, and a Destro Lock, Arms Warrior and Unholy Death Knight, and Arms Warrior and Demon Hunter, Havoc Demon Hunter. Try those out. To wrap things up, guys, mostly PvP is what I'd suggest, or at least it's what I'm gonna do. If I missed anything, let me know what I could add in the comments. Uh, Tell me which guides you would like to see next, and I will take priority to the first comments. So the first comments I will make a guide for, and we will take it from there. If you like this guide, guys, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe. It took me quite a while to make this one. This was one of my longest and hardest to make videos. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you enjoyed. And if I left any information that you would like to know out, let me know. Till the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
All I would argue is, open the doors.